Just saying, forklift simulator. It's stuck in my head.
Forklift? What are you talking about?
I posted a link in the chat between you, me, and the marvelous moderator. Edits for a video for a really, really dumb song that is incredibly catchy.
Oh, yes, I saw that and went, well, I don't need that stuck in my head, and I haven't listened to it.
Sad, you need it.
That's okay. I saw a video for a very dumb-looking game that comes out in a few weeks. It's called What the Car?
What the Car? Okay.
And it's just like little racing levels in your car, except the car has legs in different configurations on each level.
Of course it does.
And
Listen,
it's just
I want
like
the Hot Wheels video
game.
game. I'm not going to judge you. I want the Hot Wheels video game. I'm not judging. I'm not.
The Hot Wheels video game? Are you 6?
Yes. I want to race those stupid little cars, but I don't actually want to own the stupid little cars because I'll step on them because I won't see them. Nor do I have space.
I was thinking the other day about how much I enjoyed playing with my friend's Hot Wheels down the street because
where I can just
never had Hot Wheels growing up.
I could just get the video game, and then that'll scratch that itch to drive a car, but not actually drive a car because it's a Hot Wheels car, right? If I really wanted to drive a car, I would get Euro Truck Simulator, buy a wheel, and pretend to be a European truck driver. Is what I would do.
Jude says, evening, you're hanging out with me in the kitchen as we have only just water back. Oh my goodness, it's been out all day. That sucks.
That sounds like a dramatic day.
I'm glad you got water back. All right.
Cheers.
Phone's on silent.
Hello to chat.
It's quiet in here today. I think everybody's out doing Saturday summer things. That's okay. We're here.
That's the important part. Or watch the Olympics. Did you watch the opening of the Olympics?
No, but it's on my list. I might do that after this because I wasn't going to bother because it's a sports thing, but everybody's just been like, it's got this and this, and like every single review I've had has listed different things, and I'm like, what? Are we all talking about the same thing?
The Olympics opening ceremony is always worth watching. This one is super worth watching.
Okay.
Just to watch Celine Dion alone sing after, because she's working her way back from, what is it, just like a stiff person syndrome?
Yeah, what? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, that's a comeback. Okay. Yeah, I might not enjoy all of her music, but that's a comeback, and that's a hell of a thing to do.
Yeah.
Props for that. I had no idea what stiff person syndrome was either, but I certainly don't claim to know anywhere near even 1/16 millionth % of what a human body is capable of.
The human on the metal horse on the river? Also, hello, Jess. Jess is here. But what's the human on the metal horse on the river? See,
it was an open air.
Every time somebody mentions it, they mention something different.
Different, yeah. It was open air, which in and of itself is huge. They had people on the river. They had stuff on the river. They had stuff above the river, and they did it in heavy rain in places.
Okay.
Paris showed up and said, "Here you go." Whomp.
All right. Paris understood the assignment?
Paris understood the assignment? Like, Paris has issues, don't get me wrong. They ejected homeless camps to clean Paris up. So, like, it's not like Paris is a good country or a good city in a good country, but they gave something pretty to look at, so I'll give them bonus points for that. Would have been better if instead of making all the homeless leave Paris and moving all of the refugee camps outside of Paris, it would have been nicer if they'd given them homes.
Well, yeah.
And actually solved the problem.
Too expensive or something.
Never mind the billions of dollars they spent on that stupid extravaganza, but it was delightful to watch, so.
Us is in chat as well. Hello.
Hello. We've got some WIP Sprints. It's the last Saturday of the month.
Yeah. I know what I want to do for my first sprint.
You do know or you don't know?
I do know.
What I want to know is why nobody in our Discord chat, besides me, replied to your question about what you should cast on for the craft off this coming month.
Maybe everybody missed it. I'll get people to help me. But we had your one vote for tank top with stripes. So honestly, that's the way I was leaning anyway. So
well, mostly because I'm watching you and I was like, no, you wear tank tops. And you don't really have, you've got some nice halters and you've got some nice crocheted fun ones, but like an actual tank you could just wear as a tank top. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I want some of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Erin's here too. There was something sci-fi over the horse? What? Yeah. All right. Oh, also voted? Wait, did also vote? Did I miss that? As I pull up Discord. What was Osa's vote? I've lost it now.
We've been chatting in that main thread for a bit.
I know.
There's other things going on.
Yeah, that was like yesterday. It's gone.
Day before yesterday? Wednesday, Thursday?
Oh, yes, Stripey Tank. Was Osa's vote.
Oh,
I found it.
Oh, good. We voted. Me and Vasa voted the same. Excellent. I have an array of projects. What are you going to work on first?
I'm going to sew the pockets onto this because I want it done.
It showed up on your stream on Friday on Twitch. I was like, oh, I was yelling at your phone, sew on your pockets! I was like, she could hear me yelling at her. That worked great.
I almost could.
Probably jumped and said, Jocelyn's going to yell at me for not having my pockets sewed on. You would be correct.
Me a moment while I find needle and thread, and then I'll start this here timer.
Absolutely. I'm going to knit or crochet. We shall knit. I want to knit on something that requires very little thought. So I'm going to the Jacob
staring at chat.
Center bag.
Hello, Raspberry. She says, good morning.
Because in this Jacob's
clearly afternoon. No.
Okay,
I need my yarn. Here we go. Need that. And I also need this sweater over here because it's...
What are you doing?
The air is on and now I'm chilly.
Oh, jeez.
I know, it can't win with me. Just can't win. It's fine. I can wear a crochet sweater.
So I pulled out your long cord, like the 6mm almost super long cord that you bought me.
Yeah.
And I put a scarf on it.
Okay.
Boy, it's much easier to knit when there's more cord. For 300 stitches to live on. 300.
300?
Ish.
Alright, I'm just going to attach these. You know what? Maybe I should try this on first and see where I want the pockets. Let's start there.
Oh my god. Start the timer.
Start the timer. Alright, here.
People, she's killing me. What's everyone working on for this first WIP sprint while Diana measures herself?
Asa's working on her one WIP.
Yes.
Knitting Purple says, good evening, working on a wait, I can't read this from this angle. What is this? Preemie hat?
Oh yeah.
There's something weird about the angle of the monitor and the angle of my glasses that made it difficult to read.
Fair.
It's also light text on dark, which is for some reason more difficult to read.
Oh, see, for me, I find it the reverse.
All right. Okay, so that's a sweater. Raise that up. There we go. That's a sweater.
Yeah. Where you watch pockets. Where do your hands naturally wish to shove into pockets?
I think about
that's
here.
Where you watch pockets.
I think here is the answer.
Okay.
Not quite. I mean, like, I could just line them up on the corners, and like that would be fine.
No. Yeah, but that looks weird.
So there's an option, and that would be a perfectly fine option.
Looks weird.
But I'm thinking slightly more over here. Still, they're very tall pockets, so still lined up at the bottom like this.
Okay, yeah. Just in a couple of rows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that better.
Jess is working on trig homework. That sounds distinctly less fun than crafting, but good for you. 1, 2,
I did some math this morning. That was enough.
Yeah. Okay, so 4 squares in. Yeah? 4 squares in? This location looks good?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Alright. 4 squares in both sides.
What in the world is going on here?
Also, this is so heavy and squishy, and I love it.
Just excited for it to be done and wearable. Not sitting in your mending basket.
I know, right? I've technically even worn it once already before I sewed the pockets on.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I wore it to a line dance class, so there's a video of me absolutely nailing this line dance that I have now forgotten.
So line dance is not hard to relearn.
This one was challenging. This is distinctly an intermediate level line dance. I was unprepared.
Maybe it's just me. I grew up two-stepping with my mom in the kitchen. I don't find line dancing hard.
Line dancing is relatively new for me.
Okay.
But there's some, like, I've got a couple, and like there's easier ones and there's harder ones, and Shake That is a harder one. It's got a lot of turning, and for some reason rotating is just messes me up.
Okay.
But like I know the one for Shivers, and I need to review, but I think I know the one for, I have a country song stuck in my head now and I hate it. A Bar Song by Shabuzi.
Sure.
Yeah. There's a line dance for that one. Anyway. But like those ones are really easy. Shake That is hard. I will stand by this. Let's see. I left these pretty short, so I think I'm going to weave in these ends so they're not in the way while I'm trying to
sew it on.
Sew things on, yeah.
I am literally just knitting across 300 stitches, and then I'm going to go back. And I do this for many, many rounds. Rows? Rows. This is not in the round. This would be rows.
Jess says I'm obsessed with that song. The Bar Song one. It's been stuck in my head. I'm very upset that I kind of maybe like country. I've been hating it on principle.
I really get annoyed at people like, I hate country. Have you ever listened to it? No, I hate it. I'm like, well, you can just go fart in a corner.
It's the reason I hate it is because it reminds me of the tiny little town where I grew up and the crappy jobs that I had at the time, where I was forced to listen to like the same 40 country songs on repeat for months.
Yeah, insert that with anybody in hospitality or front end jobs, but light rock.
Light rock.
I did 15 years in a mall. 15 years in a mall. Different malls, doesn't matter. All malls are the same.
Yeah.
All the mall music is the same.
Oh, yeah. Well, all the malls are owned by the same company.
It feels like
the same two companies.
It feels like it. It really does. It's not true, but it really does feel like it.
A lot of the big ones these days are actually owned by the same company.
I got so excited. I worked at San Francisco. I was allowed to pick a rotation of CDs. Ooh. They just had to be approved. I was the manager there. And boy, I had a case of approved CDs. So we had something like 150 different CDs to pick from.
Oh. See, that's nice.
I was like, nope. I mean, we're restricted, but I'm going to give us as much variety as possible. Like, September and October, you could only listen to Halloween songs. And November and December, you could only listen to Christmas songs. But I made sure we had, like, at least 15 CDs to choose from in each genre, because you need as much variety as you can manage.
Oh, sorry. Golden Age Crochet. Hi. She wants to know, or they want to know, may I ask, where is northern for you? Canada.
I live in southern Canada.
I'm even more southerner Canada. We used to live in the same place. We don't anymore.
We don't anymore, no.
But it used to be slightly more northern than where I currently am, given that I'm in southern Ontario, so I'm at the same level as a wine growing country in California, which is not especially northern these days.
No. I live in Manitoba, and the vast chunk of Canadians live within 2 to 3 hours of the American border. So while I don't really,
she's
we don't
in
really
Vancouver.
live that
Canada
north,
rules. Yay!
Canada rules. I consider North my childhood home. So I spent a chunk of my childhood in Nunavut, the capital city of the capital city of Nunavut, which is Iqaluit. Yeah, I consider that north.
That is properly north. Like you are.
I lived in the
more
tundra.
Northern than I am.
Yeah, no trees. But I live in southern Manitoba, so I live south. Which is weird to say when I know it gets to like minus 30 Celsius. I'm like, no, I live south. There are trees here. It's south.
There are trees. It's not minus 40 for weeks on end.
Highs are higher than 15 degrees Celsius. It's south. In the summer.
Asa says she's at approximately the same latitude, but a totally different continent.
Yeah. Well, we both used to be prairie people.
It's fun talking to people who have never seen a prairie, because they'll be like, it's like softly hilly around here. Nope. And then people will be like, it's so flat, it's so boring. I'm like, you've never seen a prairie, have you?
Yeah. She'd be like, oh no, you've got hills. You are not flat. We will take you to places that are flat. Don't worry.
Have you ever been a place so flat you can almost see the curvature of the earth?
The earth? Yeah. It's like,
because that's where I'm from.
Between me and my mom's house, there's a lot of truly flat land.
So truly I also get to brag about my experience of minus 40 with these people, which is also fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's generally at about that point in the conversation where I start going into that old person. It was uphill both ways in a snowstorm, even in July. Except there were no hills. And but I do start bragging about the snow. Yeah, I distinctly remember we got snow as early as September, and it stayed as late as June.
No longer, but used to.
We used to be able to count on snow on the ground for May long weekend here, but it's been half a decade or more since that's been the case. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a snow day in June, and I remember this in junior high because I was supposed to. It was
remember
the day
your junior high was like 20 years ago?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
And it was like June 3rd, so like not far into June, but June, like it was June like 2nd or 3rd or something. We were supposed to be making pizza pops in home ec that day.
Oh, that's why it stands out.
And it snowed so much that they closed the schools because the buses couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like, I used to be able to reliably commit to having, as a kid, having a snowsuit space under your Halloween costume. Now, if we see snow by Christmas, we're doing good. And I don't mean like the snow and it goes away snow. I mean it stays snow.
Yeah, it's wild. I'm not used to it.
And about this time every year, I start complaining and deciding that I'm going to move somewhere else. I'm going to move to Scotland, I think is this year. I've decided when it gets too hot, I go, that's it. I'm out. I'm moving to Scotland.
Yeah, right.
I'm done. I'm moving to northern Scotland. That's it. I'm going to the Highlands, people. Everyone's like, it's rainy. I'm like, my big toe, which I've broken, already aches in the humidity. So really, what's the difference? It's still going to hurt. At least then I won't be so bloody warm.
Jude says, Finland, the UK, they learn hill starts and by driving on bridges over the railway. I've never learned hill starts in driving. That's how much we lack
That's
hills.
how flat we are. We don't have hill starts in driving.
We don't even learn hill starts.
We don't even learn it.
I also never officially learned how to do a roundabout. I just sort of had to figure it out and hope I didn't do it wrong.
I mean, technically neither did I because there were no roundabouts.
Yeah, like...
It's not hard. Like
it isn't hard. It's just like...
Give it half a thought.
It's unnerving the first few times because it's like, I've never done this before. I hope I'm in the right lane and doing this properly. I hope nobody is, expecting me to do something other than what I'm doing.
I think the first few times I did a roundabout in Brandon, it was coming home after work at the mall, which is like 9:30 at night in Brandon. There was no traffic. It was fine.
Yeah, I got to learn how to do roundabouts and all that stuff during the pandemic, so there was distinctly less traffic, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, these rows are so long, but it's just so nice to just
Golden Age Crochet says her mom lived and taught in Ika, however you spell it, and Rankin Inlet also.
Oh, delightful. So yeah, your mom knew north.
Yeah, that is distinctly north. That is much more north than I've ever been.
Yeah, I had to fly out to do swim competitions.
Also says you need to find yourself a laird.
I don't think I need somebody quite that high up in the aristocracy, but I could go for a strapping Scottish man. That'd be fine. Someone who could, reach the ducks to clean things out off of roofs and things, so I don't have to. That'd be great.
I met a baron once.
Is that too much to ask for? Like a dude who's into me, who's tall enough I'm dainty. It's like, is that too specific a parameter to set? I'm just shy of 6 feet.
6'5".
I don't need that. I can't see. I don't care what color the eyeballs are. I'm big on communicating, so like if you don't communicate, it's not gonna work. I am verbally orientated for everything in my life. And that is just how I function. That's how I have to function. So you have to be able to talk. Otherwise, yeah, like, is that too much to ask for? A guy who's like my cousin's height, like 6'3" through like 6'6". 6'7's getting a little tall. It's fine. I won't penalize somebody who's over 6'6". But is that too much to ask? Because like I hang out with people who are my height. They're all boys. They're all 5'10" through 6'2". I'm the same height as all of them. You don't feel girly. There's no. I do not feel less than or dainty. Nor is the general rule am I objectified because I am the same size as they are. So they don't do that. Might be a far-flung request, who knows? Maybe I need to go to Norway. Maybe I really just need to show up on Austin's doorstep one day and go, that's it, you're stuck with me now. I cook. That's about the only benefit. And I attempt to clean. It doesn't always go well, but I do try. There'll be dirt piles in the corner, but I'll have managed most of the floor. No? God, this.
Jude says it's compulsory on the test. For the hill driving thing is compulsory on the test to get your license, and they have no hills. I don't think hill driving is compulsory.
I don't remember a hill start in my test.
Like I did my test in a tiny little town in the middle of the prairies. Like there wasn't even an overpass. Like there was literally nothing. Like we would have had to drive half an hour down the highway to get to a highway overpass on the perimeter of the city, which is not a thing where you can like stop to practice a start.
No, I got to do the dangerously busy downtown Brandon mid-weekday.
Actually dangerously busy?
No. They actually just had traffic, so...
Whoa.
Whoa.
You mean there was even the slightest chance you might hit something?
Pretty much. And it's not that it's bad, but Brandon traffic is very tied to the Monday to Friday 9 to 5. So, like, so long as you weren't on the road during that 30 to 40 minutes before most people started work and 30 to 40 minutes after most people stopped work, it was never really high volumes. Unless you were, like, trying to park at the mall at Christmas time.
Well, yeah, but that's a mall
That's
at
the
Christmas
mall
time.
at Christmas time. So, like,
That's
not really,
just...
no. Traffic density isn't really a huge problem, or it wasn't a huge problem for Brandon when I lived there. As compared to, like, the larger cities I visited, or even Winnipeg, where I live now, they have more traffic here. But even then, I don't really count the traffic I deal with here is being higher. Yes, high. I don't know. We do have delays and stuff, but we're also believe in choke points. So we really did it to ourselves.
Just poorly laid out.
Yeah, we did it to ourselves. So I'm not sure we should really complain about it at this point.
I have questions for whoever designed the city layout.
Oh god, so many questions.
Okay, so about that one, and then that long.
Are you still placing your pockets, or are you at least sewing?
I'm just deciding approximately how much yarn I need for this.
It's taking you 25 minutes to set up to sew a pocket.
I want to make sure I get it in the right spot. I pinned where the corners are so that I make sure it lines up, because the pocket is also textured, so like I want it to line up. Okay, I'll be very upset if it doesn't line up.
I did the same thing when I sewed my pockets on. Do you want a tote for Christmas? It's like I'm on this making this Happy Market tote bag kick. I really find making them relaxing.
I would not say no.
So zoomy and relaxing. And some days you just need zoomy and relaxing, you know?
I agree.
I have done a row. How many minutes do I got left?
You have just under 6 minutes.
Wow, it takes a long time to knit a row. That's 18 minutes per row, right? Did I math that correctly? 25 minus 6 is
19.
Would it be 19? Yes, 19 minutes a row. So just shy of 20 minutes a row. Wow. Okay, now I'm going to be able to calculate how many minutes it takes me to create this whole scarf. I don't think I want to know that information.
No, I don't think you want to know.
I mean, I do now. I do now, and I'm going to do the math. Now my brain's splashed onto the idea. Forklift simulator. I'm telling you, just it's not appropriate for public consumption because there's some not politically correct jokes in there, but delightful with bobbing head animation.
People are still talking about hill starts.
That's right.
In BC, it's mandatory, pending where you are, because, well, yeah, they have mountains. Of course, you want to know how to drive on the landscape where you are, driving.
Yeah. Well, I really think we should limit testing, and you have to test in the winter, since you know how to drive on ice.
Right?
Really,
so
like
many people
for us to do that here.
Don't seem to know how to drive on ice, but
basic task.
Oh, Nikki Knits is here in the car, not driving, but you're keeping me company while I knit. Excellent.
Oh, good.
Glad you're here. And Aaron was saying about hill starts are more important in standard cars because automatics won't roll down the hill if you do it wrong. Maybe that's why it's not a thing over here. Because who's got a standard car?
Well, I was taught both, but I took my driver's test in the automatic. But I can drive both.
I've never had the opportunity to learn standard.
Oh, I drove.
Like if it was an opportunity, I'd take it, but like it's not an option I've had.
I preferred standard. Standard is much better. Much better. Much better. Much better.
It seems like more fun.
It forces you to pay better attention to what you're doing, which makes you a safer driver.
It is a skill I would like to have, but I don't really know how to acquire it because nobody I know has a standard transmission vehicle. I've known one person in my life who had a standard transmission vehicle. It was Mr. Diana's dad, but he doesn't have it anymore. And at the time where he had it, We were not close enough that I could have asked him for that kind of a favor.
Ah.
I'm sure I could now, but
the family,
he doesn't have the car anymore.
The family's always had a standard for years. Like my dad did, and then my first car was a standard. I still miss my first car.
Also says it's mandatory to do driving on ice there. They have places where they freeze the road for doing the drive in summer. Really?
No, we don't do that here.
Wow.
We don't do that here.
I can't imagine them actually doing that helpful. Here. That would be, like, useful.
I know. But guess what? For at least a third of the year, this is the driving conditions. You must learn to deal with this before we give you a death machine.
Right. Apparently automatic cars are rare in Norway as well. Wow.
Standard is just much better. Much, much better. Well, that seals the deal then. You and I have to go to Norway. We're going to rent standard, and I'll just teach you how to drive.
Okay. They drive on the same side of the road, though, right? Because I want to learn one thing at a time. One thing at a time. I don't want to be dealing with a clutch and remembering which lane I'm supposed to be in.
Nah. You'll be fine. You can treadle a spinning wheel, you can drive a stick.
I'm sure I can. I would like to learn one at a time. It can be in the same day. I just don't want to be trying to do it at the exact same time.
Same time?
Like you learn to treadle first, and then you learn how to manage the yarn? You know?
That's fair.
Same day, but different tasks.
Different tasks. How are we doing on time?
We have precisely 1 minute left.
Ooh, look at that. Look, it's just on the longer cord doubled up. It flows so much smoother because it's not so crammed onto the cord. I am finding these really long cords so handy. And I know we bought them, we were like, what in the world is Joss going to use these things for? My God, are they helpful?
Everything, apparently.
Well, if you think about it, I like doing the shawls, because when you get to the widest part of the shawl, it still moves so nice on the longer cord. So, if I want to try a sweater on the long cord.
Catching up on chat, Golden Age Crochet was saying she's been given a challenge. I'm assuming pronouns based on the craft and the demographic.
Please correct if wrong.
Please correct if wrong. I'm a micro crocheter and was requested that... Oh, break time. I was requested that because I knit occasionally also to do some micro knitting. What's the smallest needle you've used? And later she says she's using toothpicks. Literally knitting with toothpicks. Oh my God.
I can barely handle knitting on a 2.25 millimeter needle. I can't imagine knitting on a toothpick.
Yeah, I think
sock
needles are the smallest ones I've ever used.
That's a skill I do not have.
All right, I'm just going to finish this one line on this one pocket. For WIP Sprints, do I continue with this project? Chat can vote for me. Do I continue with the project of sewing on pockets, or do I switch to something else?
Well, I'm switching to something else.
Well, yeah.
There's my lunch right there. So tasty looking. Okay. Do I crochet or do I knit? I crochet.
Okay, I've got 2 votes for change projects, so I guess I'm putting this down again. Goodness knows when I'll pick that up.
Well, I'm not going to let you count half a sewn pocket, so today.
Yeah, I guess I'll pick that up later. Okay, let me move this then.
Trust me, you're going to want to pick that up today. That's your warning at how many projects I'm coming in with this week.
Oh, okay.
This room has got the wrong lighting for this project. Oh, do we start? Because I've already started crocheting.
I mean, you can start if you want. I'm going to leave it on break time for a couple more minutes while I figure out what it is that I'm doing and catch up on chat.
Sure. I'm thinking I need to pick a different crochet project because this one.
Karen says, I learned standard and the wrong side of the road at the same time. You'd be fine.
You'll be fine.
You have a lot of faith in me.
I mean, so do I, and I'll be in the car with you.
Let me learn stick in the parking lot first.
Sure, of course.
Go to Norway for one side and UK for the other. Okay. So Norway's the same side.
Look at this. Look at this.
Okay, I had pronouns correct. Excellent. And she's doing just a sample to see if she can. So nothing really. The teensiest little coaster.
Teensiest little coaster.
And also votes crochet.
Good, because that's what I think. Because we do 3 of these, so if I do a crochet, then I can go back to knitting for the next one. I'm like, ooh, I like that idea a lot. What I don't like is what this ball of yarn is doing.
Coaster for a shot glass. Jude says, only thing that freaked me out was when someone waved their keys at me and suggested I drive their car. We insure the driver for a specific car. Never had cause to drive. There's always been family. Ah. How does car insurance work here? Is it the driver for the car? Like that specific combination, or is it
car insurance?
I do, but like I'm the only driver in this house, so I never had to think about it. Is it the car? Is it the driver? Or is it the specific combination of the driver with the car?
I don't know. Because when I owned, I don't think so. Because I would drive my mom's car, and I couldn't tell you if I was on the insurance or not. But when I did that, I was a teenager. It was my mom's car.
Mm-hmm. I don't actually know. It's never really come. I guess I borrow parents' cars when I visit, so
it can't be really that big of a thing. It has to have valid insurance. You have to have a valid driver's license.
Yeah, the car has to be insured, but
I don't think it's person to car.
Technically, you're supposed to, not loan out your car, but like people do, and that's a pretty normal thing. Oh, Jess got 99.3% on her trig homework. Next sprint is taking the dog for a walk. That sounds
Good
excellent.
Sprints.
Raspberry says there's usually a primary driver on insurance.
That would make sense.
It's the car unless there's a new driver, in which case it's extra. New drivers, young drivers pay extra. Karen says here in Germany, it's cheaper if there's designated drivers, so there's different kinds of insurance. Interesting. I'm learning so much. I know in Manitoba there's the merit system, the merit and demerit system. So like if you get a traffic ticket, you get demerits and then your license costs more. But if you get through an entire year and don't have any incidents, then you get a merit and then your license is cheaper the next year. But I've been at the top tier for so long that I don't actually know. I didn't pay attention when I got my Ontario license, so I don't know. Fascinating. Okay, am I working on knitting or crochet?
Knitting, because what you were doing was technically a crochet project.
Okay. 1 vote for knitting. Okay, so Catherine says, hello, by the way. Catherine says, the car is insured, the primary driver is listed. You should add secondary drivers if they'll use it regularly. That makes sense. New drivers and young drivers pay extra, but also have to be named on the insurance for the car, or if they are the main driver but not the primary driving, you'll get... Oh, you can get done for fraud. Interesting. It's more expensive to have someone under 25 drive your car. Yeah. I remember I went on a university trip for a thing. And of the like 20 of us that went, only 2 of us were over the age of 24, or like 24 or older. I was just 24 at the time, which made renting cars in Quebec distinctly cheaper. So I had to drive a minivan with like 8 people in it. That was fun. All right, also votes knitting. Bouts cat. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. First time here. How very fitting to see this as I'm sewing a patch on my battle jacket. Love it. What's a battle jacket? I love everything
that was my
about
question.
This phrase.
I was like, I love this whole statement. But what is a battle jacket? I have questions.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a knitting
we
project.
all know
I'm
Googling micro crochet after this, right? Like we all know I'm Googling micro crochet after this.
Like I admire micro crochet. I have zero desire to try it, but I will admire the heck out of it. Much like cake pops and like fancy decorated cakes, I'll admire the heck out of it. I'm never gonna do it myself.
Are we still on a break?
Yes, because I'm picking a project.
Okay. I should stop cheating by crafting.
Is it really cheating, though?
I don't think so.
All right. The project du jour, well, not even du jour, du moment, is going to be my cabled front panel for my sweater vest.
Okay.
Okay, battle jacket is a punk patch jacket. People call it battle jacket for cool trademark reasons.
Rule of cool. We understand that here.
And says, we were on a break. All caps.
We were on a break. I drank my coffee. I had a sip.
This. Okay, we're going to start sprint number 2.
Okay, start sprint number 2.
All right, 3, 2, 1, sprint.
I have to look down. It's crochet. I can't look up right now.
I guess we should, for the new people in here, what a WIP Sprint is. It's 25 minutes of focused work on one project. So you can't be, scrolling on social media or silly. Oh my goodness, silly computer. You're not supposed to be scrolling on social media or whatever, getting distracted with stuff. You're supposed to be focused on one project.
I've done a co-work stream with you. I know how easily you're distracted.
Oh, I'm extremely distracted on a regular basis. Like right now, I'm distracted, but in my defense, I'm also running the stream, and that has slightly more priority over focused crafting.
Yeah.
Jude says it's not cheating. Bouts cat. Pricking myself with needles. No, don't do that. Oh, Golden Age Crochet says, because micro is a pain, I actually started making my own hooks that are halfway between a furls and a clover, yet metal hook and acrylic handles. Interesting.
I want to try furls. I want to try furls so bad. That's that Zodiac link I sent you the one time where I was like, look, they make Zodiac colors.
Oh, those are pretty.
Yeah, I want to try one of those.
I was also very tempted by those glitter crochet hooks.
That's fair.
Whatever site that was on that I probably still have the tab open.
Hirschbergers? Hirsch
something or other. I don't
Hirschners?
know. I have so many tabs open on this browser that it's just the little icons, so I could not tell you.
You didn't open up the Critical Role shop? It's free shipping.
No, I specifically didn't because it's free shipping and I'm gonna buy stuff. Let me get my paycheck first.
Just to be
it was Hobby, apparently, with 2 eyes.
Okay. Was it Hobby? Okay. We look at so many things. I don't remember half the time where we are with stuff anymore.
Jude's got chicken noodle soup on the hob, ham risotto in the slow cooker, and next up, red lentil curry.
Much different from what I have. I made a brown lentil curry.
Can I come over for dinner? That sounds great.
My lunch sitting just off screen.
Golden Age says, don't mean to toot my own horn, but mine seem better than furls and are cheaper with 100% full customization. So maybe I do mean to toot my horn. Yes, toot away. That's great. Making your own hooks. Like, that's cool. I have not done that. I have not made a tool.
There we go. Well, I've got D&D tonight. Oh, I'm gonna have to do prep for that.
I get to do the weekly family phone call after this. Weekly-ish. Not like we have a set day, but today is the day that it works out for everybody. So I get more crafting time. What project should I take with me to Vegas in a couple of weeks? Because I need something small and simple, and I'm thinking starting a new pair of socks.
Given what I know of your past travel commitment issues with crafting, I'm going to say socks.
This is a little bit different because I have volunteer hours, and most of my volunteer hours are as room host for conference talks, which means I only need to actually do stuff for about 15 minutes each hour.
So yeah, take your socks. Take a pair of socks. You don't have any socks on right now?
I don't have any socks on right now, which is the other thing.
And you deserve a new pair of socks for yourself. They can be your DEF CON socks.
I like it. I should see if I have yarn that are the DEF CON colors. Somebody make a note of this. We're going to pick DEF CON sock colors. On the next break.
I shall remember. It involves looking at yarn. I will not forget.
We also need to do some yarn triage so I can decide what colors people are going to vote for my stripy tank next week.
Cool. So we know what your next WIP sprint is, showing us yarn.
I guess so. I guess the next WIP sprint is picking colors.
I want a coaster for my pots. Does that make sense? I'm sure it's got a name for it.
Golden Age Crochet has gone into business. Nice. I have a heck of a time with clay, so resin acrylic it is. They also can come clear, which unfortunately clay isn't. Purple! Yes, yes, purple.
Obviously, purple.
I actually, the DEF CON colors are like purpley pink this year. Also, there's 2 conferences in the same week. Well, there's 3 conferences in the same week. I'm only going to 2 of them. But they are collectively known as Hacker Summer Camp because it's a week of InfoSec conferences, cybersecurity conferences. But the first one is the one that I'm volunteering at is called B-Sides, and their theme this year seems to be Halloween. So it's all like purple and bats and stuff.
It's a Jocelyn theme.
It is. I thought of you as when I saw it. So I'm going to have a sweet shirt. I know graphic print tees are not really your thing, but if they have cool merch this year, I might send you some pictures and see if you want some.
Absolutely. Could you imagine explaining that? I'm sending you a picture to my friend. Oh, is she in tech? No, she loves Halloween.
You want some cybersecurity themed bats, right?
Yeah, of course I do. Obviously. They're bats.
Hello, Jennifer Rivenberg. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the madness, the shenanigans.
The rabble rousing, if you will. Rousing of the rabbles.
Okay, sorry, I'm falling down on chat.
Uh-oh.
Jude was saying later we'll be making a whole heap of banchan recipes for bibimbap and noodle bowls. Don't know what banchan is, but I do love bibimbap.
I have to make bannock after this. Does that count?
Bouts Cat was saying, that's so real though. I had to actively convince myself not to go back a TTRPG project, not to go back a TTRPG tabletop role-playing game project today. Even though I literally downloaded a new system and module yesterday. Love
okay,
it.
fair. Okay, fair.
I'm awaiting the arrival of a print book that I backed like 3 years ago. I'm very excited. It's a food-themed D&D setting with all of the puns.
Oh, we're gonna have to play that.
Oh, absolutely.
That could be a Discord game with you, me, and the brothers.
I'm very seriously thinking about it.
Because that you have to let the mysterious Mr. B loose on food puns.
Absolutely, I do.
It's not fair if you don't, and I need to be there to hear them.
Extra subclasses or something. So there's like a monk subclass that brews mead or something.
Okay, yes, no, we need to play that. I think that would be a fun one shot.
Absolutely. I think it's only really designed for one shots, but I'll just do one of their pre-made adventures and have all of the food puns. There's like one of the modules was for a burger heist where you have to break into the restaurant and find the secret ingredient for the hamburgers that they serve or something.
Of course you do.
Karen was saying, I have put polymer clay handles on the super cheap metal hooks to make them more ergonomic. I got polymer clay to do that to my hooks like years ago, and the clay has probably dried, if I'm being honest. It was that many years ago, I never got around to it.
I would rather pay someone for their work.
It was a nice idea I had once.
I already make a lot by scratch. Tools, I would rather just buy a tool. Does that make sense?
Does anybody remember how these cables work? It's a 2 in the back, right?
Sure.
Yes, no, 1.
I have no idea.
It's a 1. It's just 1. There we go. It's a 3 wide cables, so just one of the cables goes back, or one of the stitches goes back each time.
Okay. Oh, you have to
as I scan down the cable to make sure that's right.
You have to crochet so tight when you're making hot pads.
Yes, this is correct. I have done it correctly.
Everybody's asking, I'm literally just making a quick circle hot pad.
Scooch.
And here's the entire thing. There is no thing. I'm holding 2 strands of worsted 100% cotton together on a 5mm hook and dealing with the very density dense.
Bouts Cat saying, curse what is probably EDS, just clicked my finger joints and I'm very aware of them now. Damn, I love being hypermobile while crafting. Oh no. That sounds terribly unpleasant.
Nope. I don't know. 0 out of 10 recommend. I've never experienced it, but I feel comfortable saying that that does not.
Yeah, 0 stars. That sucks to deal with.
Look, it's going to be a hot pad. Or that thing that you put pots on when you put them on the coffee table. Dining room table.
And then talking about Halloween colors. Funny how years ago it was orange and black, nothing else. Now it's purple for Halloween. Well, yeah, we got to add the fun, the spooky purple and the slime green. That's obviously the colors, right? Spooky purple and slime green.
Wizard purple, slime green, black cat black, pumpkin orange.
Right.
All of your reds. You got vampire blood red.
Oh, yeah.
There's tons of colors. I like that they've gone to a really dark, and slime green is an alternative for the black orange combo. Because not everybody wants black and orange, but they still want Halloweeny.
I do love the additions of purple and green. I accidentally picked a very Halloween themed color scheme for my code editor at work. So it's Halloween all year now. Everything's, well, there's no black because then I wouldn't be able to see it, but everything's like shades of purple with pops of pumpkin orange, like neon orange and lime green, slime green.
I got to play the Disney Villainous this week on our Wednesday gaming.
I still have not played that. I really want to.
We had to play it because my buddy A, who he finally picked up the last of the expansions, so now he has all of the Disney villain expansions.
Oh my!
Which means I got to play Oogie Boogie.
How was that?
I was so happy. It was so new. They hadn't even cards. They were still in their plastic.
Ooh.
The box was still sealed. I'm like, the box is still sealed. He's like, yeah, open it up. I'm like, it's not my box. You open it up. I'm not taking. No.
No. The owner of the box gets to open the box.
Owner of the box gets to open the box and wrap the cards. These are the rules. The IBs have taught me so. Yeah. I have been trained.
It is an honor to be asked to help punch out tokens.
And you must do so very carefully, because if you are not being careful, taught how to punch tokens out of a token cardboard thing. Yeah, he got to look for that. Over the top of my glasses and everything. So no, it was delightful. He's got dice and everything. Oh, it was much fun. It was much fun to play.
Banchan is the name for the supporting dishes to the rice for bibimbap. There are many types. Didn't realize that the side dishes had a name. I'm learning. I do enjoy good bibimbap. It's an excellent way to clean out the fridge. I've been enjoying learning the various cultures' version of clean out the fridge food.
They all have one.
Everybody's got one.
Everybody's got one.
How do we make a meal out of the teensy bit of this and the teensy bit of that and the bunch of this that's about to go off? It's delightful. Because they all figured it out differently. And a lot of them involve rice. But they're all still very different.
That's fair. I had a carrot cucumber ribbon salad yesterday, day before, Wednesday, at some point this week.
What are days?
That's my version.
What is time?
That's my version of cleaning out the fridge. I had half a cucumber and I had some carrots. I ribboned them, I added some sauces, and I ate it. I even made it fancy. I added sesame seeds.
I got 2 cucumbers today because I've been craving a cucumber salad that I'm pretty sure is on Tristan's YouTube channel.
Possible.
Like Mr. Fireweed Fiber Co. I'm pretty sure it was one of his recipes, and I've been craving it, so I got 2 cucumbers because the last time I made that, I ate an entire cucumber by myself.
Okay.
I'm very excited about this prospect.
I put aside for this month to try making a cucumber apple salad. A traditional street coconut ice cream thing. So you could go to the street vendors and get this coconut ice cream thing in New York. Oh, and I need one more for Experimental Tuesdays. So I need to find one more thing I've never made before. Make it. I'm thinking another summer thing would be great. Oh, you know what I should try?
Hmm.
I should try making an icebox cake. I've never tried that before.
An icebox cake? What is that?
Essentially, it's like cookies and Cool Whip left in the fridge to let the cookies soften, so they become cakey, and then you eat it.
That sounds amazing.
I know. I've seen them every summer. I'm just like, I should really learn how to make one of those and try it out and feed it to the boys.
Yeah,
because I don't require an entire cake.
Try... Did you see the guy that yells and makes vintage recipes? Dylan Hollis or something.
Eggies!
But you know who I mean. Yeah, Moo Juice! But he made a Kool-Aid pie the other day. Yeah, that guy.
That dude.
I want to meet him. He made a Kool-Aid pie the other day, and it looked really good. I want to make a Kool-Aid pie.
I like this in person. I need to know you.
He's a lot more chill on his YouTube channel, but like his shorts are really entertaining.
I love his shorts. I should follow his YouTube channel. Yeah, no, I've tried a couple of his stuff over the years. Years? Has it been years now?
But it's been at least a couple of years, because it was enough time that he got famous enough to make a cookbook, and then he mentioned in passing that it was the 1-year anniversary of the cookbook.
Oh yeah, and I definitely watched before there was a cookbook, so we've got years. Oh yeah, no, I've tried some of the other ones where I've watched him do it, that I've replicated it. Oh yes, grateful. There are some things of his that I much like to try. Recipes. Some of them where I just watch and go, braver than me, sir. I would not put that in my face.
Some of them sound horrific. Oh, Golden Age crochet. Anyways, ladies, my fellow Canadian neighbors, I must run. You take care and have a wicked weekend, eh?
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, have a good weekend there, bud.
Oh, no.
Anyway, a while back, Karen was asking, did I ever write up the pattern for that potion bottle I made?
Nope.
No. Because I hadn't settled on the stopper part of the pattern, and then I got distracted with other stuff, and I have not been back to it yet, although they are staring me down in the corner over there. So, and Halloween is coming up, so it might be a great time to get potion bottle pattern done, hey?
Yes, it would.
Yeah. So I should probably do that. Thanks for the reminder.
I would recommend.
Yeah. I should probably do that.
All right. One more row, I think.
Rice makes a fantastic base for leftover meals. When I was in university, we called it rice and stuff.
Rice and stuff.
and stuff, except it's not stuff. Which was basically stir fry with rice and everything in the fridge. The stir fry is great. Stir fry, bibimbap, biryani, bits of vegetable with rice and various spices.
Curries.
Yeah.
Chilies.
Jennifer is making crochet bags. Excellent.
All the same stuff, just different names, really. Spices. Random things in fridge plus spices and rice.
Solid fried rice. Fried rice is amu rice as like a comfort food. I don't know how that happened, but fried rice with an omelet on top and ketchup. None of that triggers like any kind of nostalgia, but it's like deeply comforting for some reason.
I can see why.
Nikki's also done the polymer clay things to hooks, and it was like 10 years ago, and I still use them. It seems like a useful thing to do, and then they're custom made to your hand. I really should do that. Also got a lot of milk this week. I want to do cottage cheese at home. It's a lot cheaper.
It is.
I've never done the home cheese, but it looks fun, and I do want to try. Oh, Karen might bug me about the potion bottles for totally not secret Advent knitting related reasons. I see. Okay.
I know part of me's like, oh man, that Advent sneaky crafting is going to start.
Well, I guess I'll have to get on that. Us is making risotto tomorrow. I don't know if I've ever made a risotto.
I don't know if I've ever eaten a risotto. I don't think so.
I know it's a rice thing. What makes it a risotto? What is it mixed with? Because it's like, I don't want to say goopy because that makes it sound unappetizing, and that's
have you
not
heard
what I'm
your
getting
description
at.
of your very favorite green-colored side dish?
I have, yes. I like my chunky green sludge. Thank you. This is my favorite Indian food. Is chunky green sludge.
Oh gosh.
But I'm purposely making it sound unappetizing because I think it's funny. This time I'm trying to not make it sound unappetizing, but I'm failing. So, you know. It's how it's cooked that makes it risotto. Okay. Also says, I have cottage cheese every day, so buying it in the store is costing a lot of money. That's fair. I want to try making my own yogurt too, because I buy yogurt a lot. But the amount of milk required to make yogurt, I feel like it's cheaper to buy yogurt.
You'd have to make it and then weigh how much yogurt you get when you're done, and then compare it to how much yogurt you get when you
Break time.
to have an actual cost comparison.
I got about 2.5 rows done.
I am half a row to finished.
Nice. Ugh, the air stopped and now the sweater's too much.
So while we're on this break, I'm going to continue and finish this because I am so flipped. And then I have another FO.
Jude can't find the curry pot, so instead of curry, it's going to be blueberry and apple crumble. If you keep on with this food thing, I'm just going to like show up on your doorstep one of these days. Because this sounds amazing. I'm going to come to your house for dinner. No. Fiber. I want to cook that much. I used to. And I just don't anymore. But I want to.
Did you get bored?
No. I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not holding my interest the way it used to. Because you get that like the like, I don't know, the idea that like grabs you and you're like, I have to do this idea. I have to do the thing. I want to do this so bad. And that used to be like trying cooking new stuff for me, or like cooking more elaborate things and just in general. And now I think about doing that and I'm just like, it sounds like work. I don't want to do that.
It is work.
It is, but I used to love doing it, and now I just have zero desire to do it. And it's a little disappointing.
I don't cook things I don't eat.
So I finished short rows and set up for a raglan. Need chart for the lace pattern. And she made rhubarb crumble last weekend. Okay, we're going to Asa's house too.
Got it.
And Jude's not cooking the rest of the week. Well, yeah, okay. I guess if you do it all in one day, that makes sense. Hello and happy Saturday to Yarning for a Smile. I love that. Tracy says, I like to cook more in winter. I definitely like more soups in winter. Mr. Diana doesn't really like soups. This is the constant battle where if I want soup, I have to make it myself. Otherwise, Mr. Diana seems perfectly happy to do a lot of the cooking, which I super appreciate because I would eat a lot more peanut butter on toast if he wasn't around.
I love cooking and I love soups. You just need to come visit me in the wintertime.
Clearly. You could do a soup exchange.
So does the mysterious Mr. B. He also likes soups. To quote the mysterious Mr. B, he likes food he doesn't have. He's not a hard man to please. Should I do another row? Like, we're just wide enough for my hand, but I feel like I need to do one more row out. One more row out?
One more row out? I don't know, what's the intended use?
If I'm honest, it's me. It'll not just hold hot pots, but I'll be able to grab stuff out of
one more row.
That's not too bad, though. That's 2/3 of the project in 25 minutes. Darn good. Is Tracy
Yarning
in
for
chat
Smile
today?
says, thanks, my name has a story and has been my Yarn World name since December 28th, 2002. That's a whole story. Okay.
That's got some history.
Yeah, that's a lot of history. My Yarn World name keeps changing.
Yes, it does.
I think I've settled on one internet name.
Oh boy.
Just across the internet, if you encounter this name, it's me.
I have an internet name.
Consistency, that's easier that way.
I'm lazy and don't want to have to remember my name.
Well, also that, and then it's easier for branding. If I'm just the same name everywhere.
I got invited in to join a hobby group for Lord of the Rings here in the city, which is a Warhammer game.
Mm-hmm.
Hopped into the server, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, did you know you could adjust your name?" I was like, "Sure, what everybody else does." Otherwise, you will learn my nickname just as I will learn your nickname, and it just takes time. Otherwise, nope. If everybody else in the server also changes to their regular name, sure, absolutely no problem. And since I also know the mysterious Mr. B is in this server, and I know his internet handle name, which is not the mysterious Mr. B, no. Also, the guy who invited me in functions on a nickname. Everywhere, on all the Discord servers. So negative cap. Guys, like, besides, most people probably already know who I am. Everybody underneath this artist just starts listing my first name. I'm like, okay, I don't think we need to count how many people in this server knew my first name, but okay, thanks.
Yearning for Smile says, it's my name everywhere from gamertag to Ravelry.
Yep, gamertag, Ravelry, Twitter.
Fortnite. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to reinstall Fortnite later.
Why?
Because now I want to play Fortnite.
Okay, but you can't stream and play Fortnite because you don't talk while you play.
I'm not gonna stream. I just want to play Fortnite.
But you should stream while you play. You wanted to do more streaming, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but sometimes I just want to play a game and not have to talk while I do it, you know?
See? Look, it's a happy little market bag.
Love that. Am I doing
I feel like I need to make you one for Christmas.
Am I doing knitting or crochet? I'm not gonna say spinning because I can't read chat and spin at the same time. Nope, so knitting or crochet?
I'm going to knit.
Am I doing... I did sewing pockets on a crochet thing. I've done a bit of knitting. Is it time to go back to crochet?
Yes. I don't know. No, the last sprint, we need to see your colors.
Oh, colors. Yes, we were doing colors.
Dude, we're doing colors. And you need a sock color, and you need colors for stripy pink.
Alright, that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to stand this desk up, though.
Wait a minute.
Hang tight. We need to be able to see the colors. Oops.
I am doing this. Right. Excellent.
I also need to not unplug my microphone while I'm raising my desk.
Jeez.
There we go.
Yes, you do. Super jealous your desk goes up at a push of a button.
Oh, it's nice. I gotta tell you, the perks of working in tech are
lovely.
Too good. Yeah,
lovely.
I'm spoiled. I'm so spoiled.
All right, I am ready for the next sprint.
Jude says my email name and real name are different. It helps filter out scammers. Yep. Also says, I actually use my name more or less everywhere. It's not an easy name to say for English-speaking people.
No.
Karen says, next sprint will be mathing for the rainbow sweater.
Ooh, yeah.
I do like that sweater.
It's a cute sweater. It's not like it's not my vibe, but it is a cute sweater. Does that make sense? Oh my god, there was a sweater I was going to share with you. I'm going to have to go find it.
Okay.
I think I put it in a favorites bundle. It's like, how does this only have so few patterns? Like, so cute.
Yarning for Smile. I'm a knitter and crocheter as well, but which do you like more?
That's seasonal. That's seasonal.
Yeah, I don't know if I can pick one. I go through periods like, I don't know. It's vaguely seasonal, but I don't know. I have times where I'm more into one thing or the other.
I crochet more in the summer,
which is not either of those.
I crochet more in the summer than I do in the winter. I like both. I like both. I started knitting and then I learned to crochet after I knit.
Same.
But I flip back and forth between both daily. I don't
think I have a preference. It really depends on my mood.
No. What I'm making, like what I want to make, what I'm feeling.
Like if I just want to do like roundy, knitting. Because I can do that without thinking. Because I've been doing it longer and I specifically trained so that I can do that.
Like if we're talking, I want
that sounds
something
like I took a course or something. No, I took a weekend to learn how to do it.
If I'm talking, I want something quick and fast, and I want to add it into my regular rotation. Crochet.
Yeah, like a chunky crochet sweater, like that. Just it hits something that knitting does not.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the bulky knitted sweaters, well, they're fun. A bulky crochet sweater is it's just different. It's just different.
Yeah. And then, of course, if I'm going to do an amigurumi thing, crochet, because I find knitting on the little tiny fiddly things just endlessly irritating and not fun. Yeah. But crochet amigurumi is fine. Really depends. Yearning for a Smile says, knitting has my heart. That's fair.
That's fair.
Also says, I like knitting. I don't do a lot of crochet. Yeah, it's just very seasonal. Okay, I'm going to start the timer for this third thing.
Sure.
Third sprint.
Do it up. I'm working on my fingering weight version for the Endless Summer Adventure shawl.
Oh, hello to Susanna. Sorry, I had an eye exam that had to dilate my eyes. Oof.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
I hope you have good sunglasses. Welcome.
Ooh. 0 out of 10 recommend.
Eyes. Yeah, I know. This is going to be super good because we're picking yarn colors.
It's okay, Susanna can be like me.
Let's start with the socks. I need
Force
to
you
pull
to describe things.
I'm going to have to describe things. I'm going to pull up the DEF CON colors, because if I want to match the DEF CON colors.
You need to know exactly what it is you're looking for them.
Yeah.
I'm now leaning on the computer chair, which is usually how I craft my computer chair. So I'm even farther from the microphone than usual.
Okay.
You know what? It makes my lower back feel better, so...
Somewhere in here they had a whole thing for a style guide.
Ooh, a style guide.
They had a style guide. Is it this? No, that was not it. It was
the more I learn about Def Side, DEF CON, B-Sides, Black Hat, your geeky, nerdy adult summer camp that you go to, the more delighted I am. The more delighted I am. You guys are so cute.
Okay, the theme is engage. And they have a whole little blurb about it, but it's the visual vibes are Y2K inspired. And you can get your color theme. Ah, perfect. Here we go. I found it. Okay. So we even have Pantone color palette. This is perfect. Let me.
Of course you do.
Yeah, of course we do.
Of course you do.
Let me drag this to be approximately the correct size that we can maybe get it on the screen here. Oh, that's large. Okay, hang on. Just just plunk that over my face for a minute. Okay, we've got colors.
So we've got colors to work from?
It's yellow, sort of a goldenly mustardy yellow.
Okay.
Not too mustardy. A deep purple. Then sort of like a pinky raspberry, a raspberry-ish magenta color, and then like a teal, like a more greeny teal.
Okay.
So yellow, purple, raspberry, and a greener teal.
Knowing your collection, you're more likely to find the purple raspberry.
Yes.
Than the yellow or teal.
Yeah. Also says there's coffee in that nebula would have worked great. I know.
Yes.
I have some left. I could maybe stripe it with something.
No, you won't do that. It needs to be a basic vanilla.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put this back on this page right here. So, Jude says next sprint here is eating tea and sorting laundry. Not having water on chore days, but a pain in the ass. Yeah, I bet. Oh my god. I'm so sorry you had to go without water. It sucks. All right. DEFCON-ish colors.
So good. What top was it that you decided you were going to make? The tank you're going to do?
The Tolsta. It was between the tea and the tank. But we're going with tank. We can choose color collections for the Instagram poll after this.
Okay.
Okay. It's not quite right, but it'll do. It's an option.
I don't think it needs to be perfect match. Just needs to have the same general vibe.
Just the same, yeah. Going for vibes. Oh, you're a good vibe. You're very pink. You're very blue. You're not the correct vibe. Stall. No, you're not it.
Ooh, coffee.
Okay. Here's some of those.
I don't want to talk because it'll interrupt your choosing. You have to watch the 3 episodes of Downfall. I know you're behind. But the final, but it was a 6-hour stream for the final battle. It had angels, it had demons, it had the kitchen sink, it had gods, it had archmages. There's flying
Genuinely,
cities.
this would have been perfect. This was so perfect. I'm obviously going to wear the socks. That's Absolutely. Really blown out. There we go. That would have been so perfect. But
you won't stripe. You won't stripe.
I do need something.
Not at a conference. You'll be too busy taking in other stuff. It has to be a basic vanilla.
So I pulled out this one, but I think this is too blue.
Okay.
Yeah, this blue is not right. The purples were pretty good, but the blues, there's too much of the blue.
Okay.
Suzanne's asking, when did There's Coffee in That Nebula come out? It's part of the
Star Trek Club Mix. So last year?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you which month it was.
Or was it No, year before. Last year was Buffy.
Was Buffy, yeah. Okay, so 2022.
Yeah.
But heck if I could tell you what month. I can tell you it wasn't July, because that was the one we just looked at. That was Murph. And it also wasn't November, because that's Crystalline Entity. I think this blue is also wrong, but the pink is pretty good.
In chat? Aaron, what month did... She's gonna be like, Jocelyn, I don't know.
So there's that one, but I don't think that's right either. There's also Celestial Temple, which was January. Oh, it was March for Coffee in the Nebula.
Hey, I guess
but this
correctly.
One's January. And this one's not bad. It's got a little bit of the yellow. The pink's pretty good. Yeah. The blue's not completely off.
So far, I'm liking that one best of our selections.
I don't think this one's right either, but there's the Sea Panda yarns.
No.
I don't think these are right. The yellow and the purple. No, the yellow isn't even quite right, and the mini is not part of the color set at all. So I think not that one. But I think this is the closest we've got.
Are you sticking strictly to sock sets, or are you just going to look at some of your singles that are yarn?
I am looking at my singles, but I don't think any of my singles are right.
Okay. Because that Celestial Tempo is a good call to go.
I mean, I have one that's just like straight purple, but that's not even the right purple. God, that looks good on camera. My God, this is Smooshy Cashmere in the colorway Galaxy from Dream.
Dream.
I think I got this
one when I was. The same place you got the Jocelyn yarn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops. I have that in a cape I'm making.
Celestial Temple. Okay, we got some votes for Celestial Temple. I think this one's going to be the winner because this is.
It's a really close match compared to what we got for other things. It's not like as moody dark as I was hoping for, but I think for socks it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it's
also nice cheerfully socks.
I think it's the best I got.
Then again, like I was looking at the fall yarn release before we got on. So my volume of moody color in the extreme moody range right now.
Right, just checking.
I think Celestial Temple should work.
Where did I throw that? There was a yarn ball on the loose, and it's disappeared. It has run off into the ether.
Yarn ball down. I repeat, yarn ball down. Clean up to aisle 3.
I genuinely don't know where it went. Where did it go? It went this way. Well, I'll find out one day. Oh. Yep. And that one day.
You'll step on it and go, what's squishing below my feet?
I have some other good colors, but they're in like DK weight, and I don't want to make a DK weight sock. So
go with Celestial Temple then. That's a good fit.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go Celestial Temple is gonna have to be the closest for these colors.
And yeah, nice plain vanilla sock. That's your best bet when you travel.
Yeah. I just want to show you the B-sides theme, which is going to be interesting. B-sides LV. No, LV. There we go. B-sides Las Vegas. Do you have a style guide? I don't think so. I just want to show you the header. Which, if I drag onto the window, you can't see. Hang on. I'm going to...
That's fine. Share it with the internet. I'm good.
Whoops. There we go.
I'm more interested in the yarn color options for the stripy tee.
But, like, it's Halloween themed. It's black and purple with, like, actually it's not completely dissimilar from the mini on the Sea Panda. Actually, Sea Panda matches this one pretty well, actually.
So if you feel the need for backup socks?
If I feel the need for backup socks, this one matches B-sides pretty well.
It might be the one to go with.
Okay, well, I'll keep those both to hand. Line them up at some point.
I'm going to continue working on my shop. I'm excited for the tank top stripe color. I need to see the tank top stripe colors.
Okay, so that's decided for socks. Now, I need to take a look at the Tolsta tank on Ravelry.
Google would like me to know you.
And then I also need to figure out like what options I'm doing, because there's different neckline and strap options.
Okay. So many decisions. You're gonna have to either have colors or pattern decisions and have already chosen your colors. Because you can be like, I'm using these 2 colors to make this. What neckline should I do? This one or this one?
There's too many choices. I'm going to catch up on chat for a second.
Okay.
Oh, Susanna wants to know what yarn do I want? What yarn do I want for the yarn exchange? I'm so sorry. I've been really bad at replying to her messages.
Diana!
I know, I'm the worst. I'm the worst yarn exchange partner. I'm so sorry.
I swear.
I mean, if you don't want the coffee in the nebula that you currently have, I would happily take more coffee in that nebula. Which yarn of mine would you like, Susanna? Do you have preferences?
Some days I worry about you.
I know, I'm the worst. Yarning for Smile was saying, I need to ready a project for tonight's bowling thing. One must always travel with yarn. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you wouldn't want anything too complex if you're going like a bowling thing. You're going to be able to pick it up and put it down so you can do your frames. So a sock, a scarf, a hat, the cuff for some mittens. The ribbing on a new...
telling me there's a second Tolsta tank top pattern by a different person?
Hang on, we have options.
Oh, there's the Tolsta Tee and Tolsta Tank by Rebecca Clow, but there's also a Tolsta Tank top by Mary Henderson.
Ooh,
I had not seen this, but I love it. It's a Fair Isle sweater vest.
Oh, God. Are you in a place where you can do Fair Isle?
No, but I'm going to admire it. It's also not available online, so I can't make it anyway, but I do love it.
Like, I didn't know you were in a place for...
I am not in a place for color work. That's not happening. But behold the beauty. It's so pretty. I would love to be in a place to make something like that, but that's currently not where my brain's at. My skills are there. I could do it if I wanted to. I just don't have the brain cells to want to right now.
I understand that. I have that sometimes where I'm like, I know how. I don't wanna, and you can't make me. Oh, waistline there. What are we doing? We're getting the front side.
Yes, also knows my tastes very well. She's like, I knew you would love that. Yeah, you're right. I do.
It's not hard.
Okay. So now, I mean, step one should probably be buy the pattern. Okay. V-neck or square neck?
That's a very good step, yes.
Am I feeling V-neck or square neck? Or like
square
higher
neck? You don't like low cut necks. You don't like low cut necks.
Depends on how low cut. I mean,
I'm
going to make all the variations at some point because I quite like them. I think my favorite ones are these first two pictures.
For many, many years, your collarbone was as low as you would go.
Yeah, but like...
It's relaxed over the years. But you're not going to do a V like I would.
No.
No, that's not your personality.
No, if I'm going to do a V like that, there better be a pool nearby.
Fair. I like the idea of a square neck, just a different neckline to try.
So I've got my two favorites.
Okay.
The two favorites. Which you're not going to be able to see. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But the internet can see.
The internet can see.
Oops, let me make this window smaller so the internet can actually see. Okay, so there's this option, which is more like a crew neck, and it's got like thick straps. So it's very much like the tank top I'm wearing, but with a crew neck.
Sure.
With the thicker straps and striped.
Yes.
So I'm liking something like that.
The thicker straps just make sense.
But then there's a more tank toppy version, which has like it's more like a halter neck kind of thing. It's not a halter neck, it is a tank top, but it's got the more square neck and thinner straps.
Okay.
Which is utterly unlike any tank top that I own, so I can't say it's like anything. But I think those are my two favorites.
So the real question is, do you want something different or similar?
I can't decide. I mean, ultimately the answer is do both, but which one am I going to do first?
Because you're also striping, I'd say do the first. Because you'll be comfortable with that construction method. And also changing colors every so often.
So it says, did you see the V-neck down the back? I did. And I do like it, but not for the first one. Asa says she's comfortable with the neckline Diana has now.
I have buttoned up my cardigan because my neck is still.
Okay, so square neck. 2 votes for square neck. Second one. Okay, so it seems like the square neck second option.
Okay.
There might be a billion ends to weave in. If the stripes are thin enough, you can just carry the yarn up the side.
Yeah, just do a skinnier stripe.
So Susanna says both. Yes, ultimately it will be both. But which one am I doing first? This is going to be my craft off for August. So I think Asa says the teal one, photo 7 is nice. Wait, this is number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I see. So something like this. I don't have enough yarn to do a solid color like this, so it is going to have to be stripes, just because I need 2 skeins.
Is that fingering weight yarn?
The pattern is written for both DK and fingering weight. I think this picture is probably DK weight, but it's written for both.
Jocelyn has 3 skeins of heather, a sock from Erin coming her way.
Neckline is softer. Okay, so I think we're going for the skinny straps.
I could do a
more
tank top
square
kind of
squarish kind of neck.
Yeah.
Jess is working with 5 colors. Ah, yes, that's a thing.
My Scrappy V's 4 colors. I love it.
Yarning for Smile. I threw a sub at Northern Knits. Who is Northern Knits, or is that both of you? It's both of us.
It's both of us.
Northern Knits is both of us.
My other YouTube channel, Diana's other YouTube channel, is where she puts her streaming volume.
Yeah. Sorry, you were cutting in and out there, so I'm going to repeat that slightly. Apologies.
That's fine. Sorry.
Discord hates Jocelyn for some reason.
Specifically, it hates the sounds my fans make to move air.
And just sometimes she gets cut off. Anyway, so Amber Dragon, Dragon with a U, Dragon, is Jocelyn's other channel that is also crafty things.
Yeah.
Like you just did, you were organizing all of your yarn, I think. Yeah, that was the last one. Was that the last one? No, you've done one.
That's the last one.
That's the last one?
That's the last one.
Yarn organizing.
I was supposed to post one this morning, but I got boring life stuff, so it'll have to go up tomorrow. Yeah.
Asa's on top of things with a link. Thank you. Thank you, marvelous moderator.
And I know Diana does her videos on demand from her stream on her other
She's on
YouTube
top
channel.
of it with me too. I also have a YouTube channel that is absolutely unrelated to crafting. I do coding and video game streams on Twitch and then post the videos on YouTube. Yarning for a Smile says, yarn organizing is the best. I built a studio last year and it was eye-opening.
Yeah, I counted my yarn, I weighed my total, and
oh my gosh, there's only 3 minutes left in spring. We haven't picked
head.
colors yet. Okay, oh my god.
Get so defocused. And then I found more yarn.
Okay.
So that's delightful. So as much as my first check-in is going to have yarn numbers going down, the yarn numbers are also going to go up because I have more yarns away. Oh, God.
So I guess
Hello,
the first
Phaedra.
question is,
that
am I
was
doing
loud.
a DK weight? Am I doing a DK weight or fingering weight? I'm leaning fingering weight because then I only need to wind 2 skeins, and also it would be lighter for summer.
Ma'am, if you don't want me talking while you're napping, nap somewhere else. Oh my God, I just got told off for talking.
Well, yeah, because cat.
Because cat. I swear.
Also wants you on Twitch.
Yes. Well, I started the setup stuff for Twitch, and I need a spare half a moment to finish putting it together. And when Diana has a spare half a moment to help run across, where do I find this stupid button? Then I'm going to start streaming Stardew Valley probably to begin with, my gaming on Twitch, and then I probably won't exist anywhere else for a bit. Suppose I could put it up on my other channel. Just mark them as videos of game streams so people know they don't watch them if they're not into that sort of stuff. Since the other channel's just like a me channel. I suppose I could do that.
Okay. So I have all of this year's sock club colorways. Ooh. And I feel like something with these might work.
Sure.
In no particular order. Let's go roughly lightest to darkest, or neutrals, or blues. I don't know. Okay. There's this sort of gray. It's a slightly purple tinge gray with flecks of purple and blue. So there's that.
What's its name?
This one is I Like a Fresh Bowl.
Oh, I know that color.
Then there's Male Chauvinist Pigs Anonymous, which is a darker purpley gray with darker blue, and it's like the darker version with more on the blue.
So cute.
More purpley, more blue, but same gist. What's the bright orange yarn? Which bright orange yarn? I have this orange yarn. Whoops. We're going to keep picking colors because that's this is 1-800 Elaine. It's somewhat bright orange. But I feel like probably not this orange. It does not do favors for my skin tone, so I think not the orange.
Not the orange.
I like it, but not next to my face. There's Grown Up Living Barbie Doll, which is this very cute pink. Mm-hmm. But I think it is also light enough that I maybe don't want it near my face.
Depends on what you pair it with. Like if you put it with the Male Chauvinist.
There's another gray purple, Call Me Food. So that's another option. Thank you also with the more links to Fireweed Fiber Co. And there's Go Ahead, Get Weird on Me, which is blues.
Hey, we have a 10% off coupon code. People should use that.
We do. Erin says Barbie and Call Me Food. Which one's Call Me Food? Barbie and Call Me Food. Of course,
she did dye the yarn, so she would know.
She did dye the yarn. That does look pretty good, I have to say. That could work.
Next to your skin, absolutely.
Yeah, especially if I do the straps and stuff. Like the straps and edging out of the darker color to keep the pink farther away.
Yeah.
That could be very cute.
I think that'd be very cute.
The gray purple is yummy. Oh, not that one. The one I'm looking at on your shelf. Bright orange. Bright orange. Probably that bright orange, I'm thinking.
You have a couple of pops.
This is the Northern Oriole from the Birds Sock Club colorway.
Oh.
This is also a gorgeous color.
Pretty. Pretty.
I don't know. Orange just doesn't work for me. I should not. Orange is not allowed for this. It's vaguely organized. Okay. Also wants to know, oh, how many colors? I guess that makes 2 colors. 2 colors.
Well, I think one of the color options needs to be the Barbie and food.
Looking like it's caked close to the photos. Oh. Wait, are we talking about this one? 'Cause if we're talking about that one, it's just some acrylic. Yeah, the that one up there, that box is all acrylic. Of mostly full balls, although I think that one might be the remnants of my like pound of acrylic yarn, and it's now just the size of a normal skein of acrylic yarn. I made a minion for my mom out of it several years ago. Okay, so there's the purple pink combo.
Yep. No, we need a second combo.
We need a second combo. Out of these ones or different colors?
Which
have
two
other
are those?
Colors. Because we still have the I Like a Fresh Bowl, Go Ahead Get Weird on Me, and Male Chauvinist Pigs Anonymous in the blue-gray range.
Well, okay, here's a better question. How much of the Star Trek Club or Songbird Club do you have left?
That's also a good question.
Because you could alter it, like, have one option be the alley color, option be a Songbird Club color choice, or a Star Trek Club color choice.
Hang on, let me pull out more options. I got more options.
Because that would be fun. Because then it's like the battle of the clubs. You know? Dun dun dun! Yes, I'm still singing Forklift Simulator in the back of my brain. Later.
I also have some fingering weight tweeds in like a foresty green, dark, not quite navy blue, and a lighter sort of brown. We could do like a tweedy stripes effort. I don't know if that's the vibe. I don't think that's the vibe.
I like the idea of brighter colors for a tank top.
Oh. See what chat thinks. So there's tweedy yarn options.
See, now I want to cast on something new too. Ah, I do not have time to cast. I am busy.
Let's see.
Busy. Busy.
Hang on. I have
holding.
Hold for talent.
Hold for talent.
Hold that thought. I have.
It's cute that you thought I had a thought. There's no thought.
What are you?
Just lots of knitting.
What are you?
Lots
you're
of
alpaca.
knitting.
We're not going to make a summer top out of alpaca. That's a silly idea.
No.
That's a very silly idea. We're not doing that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Let's see. We got some of that. We got some of that. This is not going to work. These are all very warm colors. Warm yarns.
Quick, am I working on the right side? Yes, I am.
Okay, I had at one point bought these two yarns with the idea to hold them together, but I don't think that'll be enough yardage. One was Handmaiden Fliss, so it's a silk linen. That's the fingering white with the purple. That is super blown out on camera. And then I had got a Baroque of Summer silk to hold with that, but I had been going to make a shawl out of these, but I never got around to it, and I still like the combination, but I don't think...
English is amazing.
I don't think the yardage on these is going to be enough. It's only 400 meters. They are pretty. but I don't think that's going to work.
I don't think so, no.
Unfortunate.
I miss caffeine. Hot dang.
And I also have this green linen. A linen wool blend.
Right.
But that's not enough for, I only have one, so, which is why we have to stripe. Well, that's also not going to work. And that's also lovely, but not going to.
Is my WIP sprint done?
Oh yeah, the sprint's done.
Oh, good. Guys, okay, I don't hear the ding.
Alright, luxury yarns are not going to work because they're mostly really warm and not going to work for a summer top.
No. I like the idea of doing a like going into the Star Trek or
I think you're right. I think you're right. Oh, I also have already wound. I have this combination.
Okay.
One is a solid royal purple and the other one is a mostly teal with some of the same purple in it. These were from Indigo Dragonfly and they had really fun names that I can't quite remember. The purple was the Tragically House Hippo.
Oh god, okay.
And this one is, oh yes, Triceratop of the Morning to ya.
Oh god.
So I thought those might be fun to stripe together.
How different are they from your...
From which?
How different are they from your first Do you think that's enough variety?
I think so.
Then we have our decision.
I think so. I think so. All right. Let me catch up on chat for a second because I have not been reading what you guys have been writing. I know people were talking about math and stuff. People... Oh, Nikki was also liking the Tweety yarn. So maybe people like Tweety yarn too? I don't know. I don't know. But I think we've determined not these.
I think we don't really have to worry too much about it because you're going to end up making like more than one tank.
Yes.
Yeah, so probably really should buy that pattern.
How about, because I need a little more yarn for the tea, these three will get striped together to make the toasted tea because I also want to make that at some point. So I'll set these aside for the tea.
Okay. Yeah, that would work.
And then people can vote between pink purple and green purple for the tank top.
Yeah, that should work.
Okay.
I like those colors. Now I want to cast on.
This is the plan. I'll put these away.
Do I just copycat you? Do I copycat
why not?
you? Will anybody get mad if I copycat Diana and make a toasted tank? Oh man, Diana, can you send me, or Austin, can you send me a link for the tank? Toasted tea, toast whatever.
I think it's in the pattern links on Discord.
Do you know how many patterns get posted in the pattern links on Discord?
I think it's very close. Who even am I voting against green? All right, a lot of people are pink purple, so
I like
those two sets will go up on Instagram next week for the poll. But thank you for narrowing my choices.
We said we liked 7.
Karen says it'd be so cute if you had matching tanks. Apparently we need to match now.
I like the V on that back, on that one photo. We could have our version of matching. Sure. I like the idea. I absolutely would do...
I'm torn about this because I feel like this striping assortment... I feel like these stripes want to be the more like high neck, thicker strap version. And I feel like this one wants to be like a looser, more like V-neck version. Because I feel like the pinks and purples are like softer and then this is like bolder, and I feel like the shape of the garment should reflect that.
Absolutely.
What do we think?
Justin's going to do the V-neck one.
So if we vote, so next week on Instagram, the vote will be between purple and green and the higher neck, thicker strap version. The slightly more sweater vest looking version, if I'm honest. And then the pink and purple will be for the V-neck version. I'm going to make both at some point. It's just which one do I want to make first?
She has this listed as a DK weight pattern.
It is, but there's a fingering weight version too that she talks about further down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was grabbed by the notion the other day, and I took like a whole hour out of my workday because I had to figure out what the yardages were. So 2 skeins of fingering weight will get me what I want.
That's loose. 17 stitches over 4 inches. Mind you, I could just do my regular.
After this, or are we done with 3?
No, we're done. We only do 3 because I can't with the longer ones. That's too much for my poor brain. Okay, so I need to
Lots of people like the pink purple. Softer is the more light garment. The dark would work for the one you looked at.
0 to 3 inches of positive ease is recommended.
Karen, do I even try to long tail cast on 168 stitches, or do I just give up and do a crochet cast on? I will need to pick up the cast on stitches later. If you're going to do long tail, grab from both ends of the ball so that you will not run out of yarn either way.
Oh, hang on. Yep.
It's an extra end to weave in, or an extra couple of ends to weave in.
Split up by chest cup size.
Also that, yeah, I'm very excited about that I can make something that's going to actually, like, fit properly.
Oh my god, I'd be stuck going to the F cup size because the D cup's small.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's
same.
Fine. That's fine.
I'm very excited about this. I'm like, I want to cast it on.
How many inches?
I can't cast it on. I have to wait.
You need to wind up yarn, and you need to swatch because you need to have your gauge swatch so that you can cast on Saturday. So you should be doing.
Well, no, it'd be cast on Sunday. But the voting happens on Saturday, so I guess I should. I've already wound to. I guess I could wind the other 2 colors and gauge swatch both. And that will probably take me a week. Because I'm gonna make both. Make
47 1/4. Full bust circumference.
All right. I feel like this has been a very productive afternoon. I still have not finished my toast from breakfast.
Oh my god, this is so much information.
It's a lot. So I think I'm gonna buy a pattern and read the pattern while I finish my toast. I think that's my plan.
Yes. Oh, the bust sizing is optional. I'm gonna do the bust sizing, so.
Yeah, you could just like not do the darts. I believe it's I think it's bottom up. I don't remember.
My question is, what colors do I go with?
I do believe it's bottom up.
Because there's things. What's going on? Ooh, the Bakery Bears posted on my Patreon for a free follow. We follow the Bakery Bears. Okay. But what color? And I don't have an errand this week because Mr. Tristan is going home to visit his parents. So he's taking the car. I will need 2, possibly 3 skeins. No, 2 should be fine. If I do the V, I can get extra length.
And it depends also on it depends which style and which weight of yarn.
I'm gonna go fingering.
Then, yeah, no, fingering weight has like 400 meters, so 2 would be like 800 meters, which is probably fine, because I think at my size it only wants like 600 meters.
I would be too different from your size, because you were like a 40, I did a 40. Which
and
fits
you like things more
everywhere
fitted
but
than
here.
I do. I tend to make a more relaxed fit, so we end up making a very similar size.
Similar size, yeah. That's why our stuff is interchangeable for the most part. It's just our preferences in clothing, so I could absolutely
check the finished objects. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Okay, I need to pick. I'll pick an Aran. I'll pick a pair of Aran skates, and I'll pick a pair of
that's not even a crazy DV either.
And I'll pick a pair of non-Aran skates.
DK cotton.
And we'll make the same
strand of shiny stuff. Beautiful.
We'll do that. I'll do that. I'll pick 4 colors.
This is the plan.
Two Aaron, two not Aaron, and we'll make matching-ish tanks.
Okay.
Ish.
Very ish. Yarning for Smile says, I want to be a garment knitter, but I'm in Alabama and it's hot and humid all the time.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you'd have to work in lace weights.
Because it's also very hot and humid in southern Ontario. Probably not like Alabama.
Yarn. No, but, I suspect that's a whole different. Oh man, but you could get into linen, like fingering weight linen knitting.
Oh, also that.
So nice. Which is what I should do, is I should pull out my linen yarn and have a solid color versus a striped option. That's what I'll do, because I've got linen yarn.
I do wish I could do a solid color version, but I don't want to buy more yarn. Like, look at this mess. I don't want to buy more yarn. I have yarn. I can just stripe it. It's fine.
It's good. But I think I'll do a striped version and a solid version. And one will be linen and one will be Aran. That's what I'll do. Which means I have to finish something. I just had a completely
different thought
this week. I'm with you. Now we're just chatting, so people are free to come and go as they want. If you guys ever wonder what we do before or after live, this is what we do. What am I looking at? God, that's gorgeous.
So the top one is speckly. It's lime green and white, like highlighter lime green and white with black speckle, and then just a solid black on the bottom.
Yes. Or you could accidentally put that in a box and mail it to me. Also an option.
Well, God, I love those colors. Is from a yarn exchange I did before, because this is this is Manic Punk Fibers, so this is not one of the ones I bought for myself. So somebody gave it to me, so I kind of like to keep this one if that's okay.
No, I'm not going to tell you no. Yes, that is also an option.
I don't think you probably want plain black, because that's boring.
Oh God, no.
Also black. What? Also
black. No, I'm good, thank you. I already did that to myself just recently. You let me buy a sweater quantity, a t-shirt quantity.
I did question you, and you seemed very sure of yourself.
So sure. I'm still very sure that I picked the right color for myself, but it is a black denim color.
Alternate notion to the pink and purple.
Alternate notion.
Alternate notion. There's also black and pink.
Okay.
Versus purple and pink. Like, are we going more soft or are we going more bold?
Why did you put black in there? You know I'm going to vote for the black. You know I'm going to vote for the stronger contrast. You know what?
I think I like the pink and black better.
You know I'm going to vote for the stronger contrast. I always vote for the stronger contrast.
I might have to go for this one.
I really do like that pink and black combo.
Right?
I'm quite aware you're going to be swearing at me later. You might have a brighter pink. One moment.
Do I have a brighter pink? Because the only thing with this one is the pink is non-superwash merino. And I believe the black is superwash merino.
Okay, so they'll act a little different. They won't be too terribly different.
Yeah.
Oh my God, in Alabama, you could work in silks.
Okay, that one away.
Silks and linen. And you get fingering weight cottons like you buy from Polka Dot Creek that does the fingering weight cotton here.
You're, I think, lace weight. Do I have...
Or is it Creek Garden Crafts? They're a mother-daughter team, and one does the wool, and it's either Polka Dot Creek, and then Mom can't do wool, so she does the cotton, and she's Creek Garden Crafts? Listen, it's one or the other. It's one or the other. But their fingering weight, hand-dyed indie cotton yarn is so freaking nice.
No, I do not have
it is distressful how nice it is. Or Premier does... Is it Premier or Universal?
No.
See, now I'm going to get up and go to my cupboard where my ball bands are. They do a cottons too. Like, they'll do cotton blends in fingering weight, which would be excellent for Alabama weather.
Okay.
See, I like that.
These are the new options. Black and pink.
Black and pink, or...
Black and pink, or still in a V-neck or thinner strap. Still the lighter version of the tank. And then...
Well, I'm voting black and pink because the contrast for the other one isn't good. Whereas, like, that purple one, like, I think you should pair that purple one with a skein I have here.
Well, that doesn't help me.
Which is not useful, because it's an Aran of Fireweed Fiber. It's her bone chill. Her bone chillin' one.
Okay, we like the black and pink. Okay.
But I love a strong color contrast. So I am beyond the wrong human to ask.
What is it?
Beyond the wrong human to ask. I think you need to weigh your yarn.
I don't know.
And tell me how many balls of yarn you have.
Sorry, I should do what now?
You should count all of your balls of yarn and tell me how much yarn you have.
Although I do have stash audit on my bingo square, so...
Just saying. I just want to know if you have...
Oh, Susanna wants to know what some of the yarn that I don't want. I don't... You're asking hard questions. What yarn do I not want?
So long as you have fewer than... And this is the total, it's not the new total. 368 balls of yarn at 100 grams. You are still less than me, you're fine. That's not counting the stuff I found since I made that total.
Because I also have a tub in the closet, which is mostly empty at this point, but there's definitely still some yarn in there. And then not pictured back there is the pile of stuff that I haven't frogged yet.
I did not count stuff that has not been frogged. I did not cut stuff that's in progress. And I did not count any of my design.
I need to do a stash audit. I need to do the stash audit.
You need to do the stash audit. I feel like that would be an amazing Twitch stream. I would happily sit on a Twitch stream while you did that.
I feel like I might just do that here because, I mean, here's the audience. That's
true. Just do it on YouTube one day. Just I sit in chat with everybody else. Or I craft. Okay, or I craft and keep you company while you do a stash audit, because I have miles and miles of things I need to work on. So I don't
feel the need necessarily to get this all into Ravelry. I just need to go through it. And do I even still like it?
Just spreadsheet it. Spreadsheet it, and if you don't like it, it goes into the tote, and then the tote leaves the office.
Or the tote stays out in the office and it becomes things for yarn exchanges and presents and stuff like that.
Yeah, that also works.
It's the this is going away bin.
Do that. I think that's a great way to do it. Oh, I like that idea a lot. Yes. Yes, so much yes. So much yes.
Stash audit will make you have some for real coming to reality moments that are hard to deal with. I destashed 5 45-gallon bags of acrylic a few years ago. I don't have a lot of acrylic. This is the vast majority of my acrylic right here that isn't currently in a project.
It's okay. She has a fake 1-800 extension crisis. She can...
Yeah, I do. I don't know if that art project is still running, but there's a 1-800 existential crisis number. That is just for fun. It's not actually any kind of...
No, it's not. It's not real, guys. Silly. It was just a silly thing, but I have a sticker for it.
I don't know if I think I put that on the work laptop. I have to get back.
If you want to have a quiet place to go nap in the bedroom. I swear. Yeah.
All right, so we'll do a live stash audit sometime in the near future because I need to find yarn exchange presents.
Very quickly, because you're supposed to have that in the mail. Dear.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
so I guess I can find time for that in the next week because then I'm away for a week.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll be recovering from that for like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's the week where I go hard and pretend I'm not in my 30s. And then regret it later.
You always pretend you're not in your 30s.
I do pretend. I'm very good at pretending.
I mean,
I just now acknowledge that I need at least 3 days to recover when I do that.
Because your body makes you
Yeah, I'm aware of the choices I'm making. I get to this is vaguely related, but I get to meet my coworkers. And they're going to give me business cards, like real business cards for my job. I'm so excited. I'm unreasonably excited for a business card. I've never been fancy enough at a job to have business cards.
I'm excited for you to have business cards. I would like one, just cuz.
Just cuz. Sure.
Just cuz. I'm looking at this Tolsta tea.
All right. We should wrap this up.
Okay. And we wrap this up because I need to go pick
read
colors.
A pattern that I haven't bought yet.
Yeah, well, I need to get the pattern too. But I absolutely need to go pick colors.
Yeah, and at some point I'll make like a DK weight version, or maybe I'll save that for the t-shirt, and it can be like a fall kind of a t-shirt thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the plan. This is a good plan. This is a solid plan. I like this plan.
Guys, join us later. Don't forget to vote, hey?
Yes, this vote isn't going to go up. This vote will be on Instagram and YouTube next Saturday. So don't panic when you don't see it. This is a next weekend thing. I'm just getting ahead of the game. I had you all here to help me like group think the options, because otherwise I was never going to pick options. And it was yes, because otherwise I was never going to pick options.
This is true. You would not have done that. Yeah, absolutely. So we need to go read patterns. We need to go read a pattern. I need to pick some. Guys, we will catch you last Saturday of the month next month. If you're free next Sunday, we're going to be live doing our monthly live, and you'll find out which colors win the tools to tank. And then August and all the joy of August begins. Oh my god, I have a check-in this Wednesday with Louise. Yeah, it's early because she's gone at the weekend.
Good luck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta work on our craft off thing.
Is now the time to tell you that mega tent sale thing's out by you now?
Which mega tent sale thing? What thing? What tent?
I don't know.
Why?
Louise was talking about a tent sale thing that goes for like a week or two.
Don't tell me these things when I'm supposed to be doing a stash audit.
I'm helping me because something inevitably always comes home for me. Because you see something and you're like, oh, Jocelyn needs this. And I'm like, you're not wrong. And what am I going to get to a tent sale here for yarn?
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, guys. We'll catch you later.
See you on the internet.
I got so much pattern to read. Bye, guys.